Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome back to another video here. And it seems like Bayern Munich is reportedly on the verge of finalizing a deal to sign Declan Rice. And I'm here to tell you, false. Completely false. I'm going to go through first why financially it's not going to happen. And then I'm going to tell you, show you an actual source. Because this man right here doesn't even focus on Bayern or West Ham or the Premier League. He's more of a La Liga guy, so I'm not sure why. He's a part of Marca, Madrid. There's no reason why this guy should have any correlation to this. So don't even listen to this report. This was the most meaningless one because Bayern, first of all, let's go over here. They are not gonna be spending 100 million on one player. All right, I'm telling you this right now because their highest transfer is 80 million Lucas Hernandez, and that didn't really even go. It wasn't a bust, but it wasn't like, damn, this guy is worth 80 million. But he wasn't bad. But I'm here to tell you, look at this transfer. You think Bayern is gonna spend their whole transfer budget on one player, even if Thomas Tuchel wants to play or is a fan of his? He's not gonna spend the whole budget on that because Bayern, if you check, their history on transfers, look at this. This is just last season where they actually spent quite a bit getting De Ligt, 67 million. That's quite a lot for Bayern because Bayern is a big club, but they don't spend huge amounts on one player. And Sadio Mane at 32 million, bargain. These are the types of transfers they go for. Gavin Birch, 18 million. Those are the types of transfers they go for. Cancelo loan, and they did go in for De Ligt because they had sold Lewandowski 45 million. They got a couple of these guys they were selling, and they got a decent amount of fees back. And here their overall balance is negative 42 million, which is not bad at all. Bayern does a quite good business if you really check their history here. Take a look. Here they spent 146, but they sold 104. Here they spent 54 million. Right here, 40 million is spent. With or 60 million is spent. 22 is given back. They're not out here like City. Well, I'll give you an example. Look at this. This is the transfer windows, and right here is probably where we're gonna see all the charges being breached. Cause geez, 317 million being spent, insane. And keep in mind they continue to spend around this level, but this is an insane transfer window. But Bayern doesn't do this. Bayern and City are the same level of club, and they're not spending this amount of money because City has a blank check and Bayern's smart and worth their money. And they aren't gonna go out there and spend all that money on one player when they have, if you check their squad here, a couple players that serve that role. They have Joshua Kimmich, who I believe is a better option than Declan Rice. If Arsenal could land Joshua Kimmich instead of Declan Rice, I'm all for it. But obviously, Joshua Kimmich, he is linked to Barcelona, but only Barcelona. So that's not gonna happen. Then they have Goretzka, Gavin Birch, who they just bought. These lads all play the same position. So there's no reason to break the bank on a player that you already have or that's better than Declan Rice actually. What they need is a striker. If they're gonna break the bank on someone, it's gonna be on a striker like Vlahovic, Victor Osimhen. It's not gonna be Declan Rice. I'm telling you this right now. And it's more realistic for Arsenal to spend that much on a player because they have been recently spending quite a lot of money. This last transfer window, and net spend is at negative 168. And if you know Arsenal, historically, that they typically have transfer windows where they are selling more than they're spending constantly. They were, under Wenger for the most part. After Wenger, there was a lot more spending than selling. But Arsenal at the moment are looking to go after Man City, and they're giving Arteta 200 million. And I believe the midfield is really the main problem for Arsenal. And where that's gonna be solved. That is gonna be solved when they do buy Declan Rice, and they're gonna also go for Moises Caicedo, and then we'll see what they sell because there's a ton of players under Arsenal that they can be selling. That they got Pepe, Eddie Nketiah, Balogun. These are the names that could be getting sold for a decent fee that could build up funds. I also hear Granit Xhaka could be on the move. Thomas Partey is also player linked away. There's many players being linked, but at the moment, I'll tell you this right now. Declan Rice is going to be the front runner of going to Arsenal, not Bayern. The lad also wants Arsenal. He wants to stay in England. Bayern obviously does have interest, and maybe this is just West Ham trying to get the fee, raised up, saying, "Oh, Bayern is offering 95 million. Oh, Arsenal has to go to 100 million, to get him." That's what I'm looking at mostly. But this little report is it's kind of useless because then you go to someone that's more reliable here. Not this. Whoa, where'd it go? Yeah. Okay, let me search him up. He was right there if you saw it for a second. Uh, Fabricio. There we go. This is what I was looking for. So this guy is more reliable, obviously. Fabrizio Romano, who as an Arsenal fan, I do have a little beef with him because he has been favoring Chelsea on the Moises Caicedo with the Mudryk and all this. But he is more reliable. I think it's more confirmation when it comes from him. And obviously the whole thing was after Wednesday, then West Ham's probably going to be issuing how to get Declan Rice, out because he has 1 year on his contract. He's not extending, and you are going to get a lot of money for a player that only has 1 year left. And, it's going to be between Bayern and Arsenal. Chelsea, I don't think they're coming in. United, I don't think they're coming in either. They have Casemiro. So, no breakthrough in the negotiations for Declan Rice. At this stage, nothing has changed with Bayern and Arsenal. Arsenal will bid after the final. That has always been the case. After Wednesday, when Fiorentina play West Ham, then you're going to see the noise. Then you're going to see negotiations actually occur. At the moment, everything's probably staled. But after the Conference League final, then the race will open up. And right here, you have two, key sources. Fabrizio Romano, who's an overall guy who covers all of Europe. And then you got the Bayern source here, basically confirming that Declan Rice doesn't have any really communication with any club. Nothing's done. Everything's gonna be waited till after the final is played. So that source right there, or that article saying that it's almost there, is not happening. So this will be happening after the Conference League final. All right, won't be happening any other time. So for the people that are saying he's going to Bayern, like this right here, not happening, not happening. You know what is happening? This. Can't wait for this to happen. I'm telling you this right now. He's going to go to Arsenal because if you really check everything, all the socials, all of his energy, he's been following Arsenal lads. He wants to stay in London. And the only club that he wants, that describes all the criteria that he wants: Champions League football, he wants to play football, like wants to be a starter, wants to be one of the main guys. That's all at Arsenal. That's literally all at Arsenal. So the perfect club for him to go, and I'm pretty sure he wants to go, or I know he's going to go, is Arsenal. So anyways, leave a comment down below where you think Declan Rice will be going. Make sure to like and subscribe for more. And down in the bio, I'm going to start going live on Twitch, so make sure to go follow that. It's down below in the description. But anyways, see you to the next one.